what's going on, people? Hey, once again, it's your boy Doc G, man. And sorry it's been a while. You know what I'm saying? Um, I've been going through some things. In the process of trying to leave the state and all of that shit. But it's a long story. Um, I gotta talk about this because this subject is pretty much flooding the world, and nobody's really saying anything about it. I'm just gonna keep it real. Today's subject is about the gay agenda in pop culture. I should have been talked about this a long time ago because everywhere you look, that's what it is. I don't know what's going on with the culture today, but that's the main thing in today's culture. I'm talking about with everything. Let me explain. In music, the gay culture is spread heavily in music. In TV, the gay culture is spread heavily. In movies, the gay culture is spread heavily. Hell, even now, in the military, they got rid of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, which, pretty much means you can be openly gay in the military and all that bullshit. Well, I'm just going to start off by saying this. I don't have a problem with gay people necessarily, because I know a couple people that's on the other side of the fence. It's whatever. I don't have a problem with gay people, but what I do have a problem with is people trying to push their beliefs, their gay beliefs on me. Like, for example, look, I don't give a fuck if you want to goddamn be a man and take another man's dick in the ass, hey, go ahead, go for it. I don't give a fuck. But it's a lot of people who will chastise you because you don't agree with their gayness. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, how can I put this? I know a guy that got fired because he got fired from his job because, he got caught criticizing the gay lifestyle of another coworker. It is what it is, I'm not saying that he should have. I'm not saying that what he did was right, but he shouldn't have got fucking fired. And it's like gay culture everywhere. You look at music now. You got motherfuckers that. All right, first it started off with the skinny jeans. Okay, that was bad enough. Now you got motherfuckers wearing dresses, man. You got grown men wearing dresses, man. You got fucking like Kanye West. He was wearing a dress. A$AP Rocky was wearing a fucking dress. Fucking Puffy was wearing a dress. Go figure with that shit. Puffy has always been on some other shit. Who else, man? Most Def of all people got caught wearing a dress, and I never expected him to go that route. Who the fuck else? Some dude named Young Thug got caught wearing a dress. Then you got the music. You got motherfuckers winning Grammys like Macklemore, and the only reason he really won all those Grammys is because he made all these songs promoting the gay lifestyle. You had plenty of rappers that made great albums this year. People like Kendrick Lamar, Jay-Z's album, Kanye's album, all that shit was great. But guess who won all of the fucking awards? Just because they promoted gay culture above everything else. Macklemore. Because he was like the stand-up guy for like gay folks. and he got awarded for it. What else, man? I mean, you got all these fucking TV shows that promote the gay lifestyle. You got fucking goddamn. I don't even watch TV that much, but when I do turn on the TV, it's some gay shit, man. Like I see like gay commercials. I see like what's the name of that fucking show? It's some gay guy and some woman. I forgot the name of that show. It's that and like a whole bunch of other shows. And you know, and then they have this saying talking about gay is the new black, talking about gay is the last civil rights struggle. Let me tell you something, okay? Don't even compare being gay to being black, okay? Because being gay in America, number one, that's a fucking choice for the most part. You choose to goddamn jump the fence and goddamn be with the same fucking gender and all of that shit. You choose that shit. And in the end, who fucking cares? But being black in America, you get harassed by the cops, you get beat down, you get all kinds of shit throughout and plus we have 400 years of slavery on our back as black people. So when you say gay is the new black, that's a fucking insult to black people. Because the gay struggle ain't nowhere near close to being the black struggle. So when y'all say gay is the new black, man, shut that shit the fuck up. You know? And like I said, I don't have a problem with gay people. I have a problem with the powers that be pushing gay entertainment and gay lifestyle and gay culture on us. Like, for example, I live in Atlanta. Atlanta is the gay capital of the East Coast. And they constantly force us to agree with the gay lifestyle. And if you disagree with the gay lifestyle, then you're just seen as this fucking bigot, and you're seen as, you know, not being right just because you don't agree with sodomy. Because basically that's what fucking being gay is. You know, hell, like I said, man, it's a lot of shit I don't agree with. I don't agree with that being gay shit. I don't agree with pedophilia. I don't agree with people fucking animals. I don't agree with a whole bunch of nasty shit, okay? I'm an old school dude. I mean, that's just me. You know, and if I'm going to be vilified for it, then whatever. You know, like I said, as long as what they do don't affect my life, it's fine. I mean, you know, like for example, like every other weekend here in Atlanta, they having fucking gay parades like every other weekend, man. Like every other weekend. They down in Piedmont Park in downtown Atlanta having gay parades on a regular fucking basis. Now, I don't understand that shit, man, because look, man, have you ever seen a straight parade? You know, I mean, like I said, I love pussy, but you don't see me running around motherfucking telling everybody how much I love pussy and throwing I love vagina parades and shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think to an extent that shit is fucking ridiculous, man. You know what I'm saying? If you gay, be gay. Fuck it. If that's your lifestyle, then let that be your lifestyle. But don't motherfucking be broadcasting that shit to everybody you run across. Like, I had this one fucking friend. She's a female lesbian. And she feels like every time she meets somebody or comes across somebody, she has to let them know that she's a lesbian. Who the fuck? So the fuck what? You're a fucking lesbian. Who the fuck cares? Cool. Whatever, you know? I don't feel like I said, I don't feel that it's necessary to tell people who the fuck you sleeping with. What you do in your fucking bedroom is your motherfucking business. It's not mine. It's nobody else's. You know? Let me chill out. Let me chill out. Hold on a second. And like for example, it's just some things I don't understand. It's some things I don't understand. Okay, like for example, okay, if a girl switches to the other side, I can kind of see that because girls are naturally close. Girls they have sleepovers together. You know what I'm saying? They go to the bathroom together, and they do each other's hair. Girls are naturally close. So if a girl goes to the other side of the fence, it's no big fucking deal. It's like no big shocker, because girls are naturally close. If you a guy and decide to go over to the other side of the fence, that's really fucking weird, because guys, we give each other that space. We don't fucking have sleepovers with each other. We don't we don't we give each other that space, you know? We don't go to the bathroom with each other for damn sure, you know? And it's a guy code, like for example, even if you fucking pissing in the stall, you don't even look at another dude while you in the bathroom. You keep your eyes forward, you fucking piss, and you get the fuck up out of there. You know what I'm saying? We keep distance like that. So if you're a guy and you go to the other side of the fence, I mean, that's a really fucking weird transition. It's not natural at all, you know? But, you know, it is what it is. You got a lot of people that do that nowadays. Now, I mean, it's just a lot of shit that I just don't fucking understand. It's a lot of shit that I just don't understand. And I tell you one thing I really don't understand is when you got these butch dyke lesbian chicks who think that they have that who think that they're a man for the most part. Like for example, my sister was friends with this goddamn girl who dated a fucking dyke. And this fucking dyke just thought she was a man like 100%. I mean, this motherfucker was rude. You know, pretty much thought that she had a dick. You know, tried to dress like a man, had like long t-shirts and fitted caps and shit. She swore to God she had a dick. She swore to God she was a man. Now, you know, she thought she was so much of a man that she was bucking on grown ass men. Now, let me tell you something, okay? Let me just state the record for women who want to be dykes and shit. If you're going to be a dyke and you want to fucking, you know, try to pretend like you're a man, that's all fine and dandy. But when it comes to you, like, trying to buck at grown-ass men, let me remind you something. You're still a fucking woman, okay? And I don't give a fuck how much of a man you pretend to be. You will not be a real man in a fight. Let me tell you something. Like I said, it's alright if you want to be that way or whatever. But once you start bucking on me and shit, that means that you have renounced all your rights as a female. And you want to act like a man, you can get knocked the fuck out like a man. That's where I stand on that, because that girl I just told y'all about, she called herself trying to buck on me once. And if it wasn't for my sister, I'd have knocked the bitch the fuck out. You know? So all I'm saying is, like, stop, remember that you bleed once a month, just like the rest of them goddamn women. I don't give a fuck how tough you think you are. As far as guys, man, I'm like, I really don't understand y'all motherfuckers, man. Because y'all it's just like, I don't understand this. Why is it that when most guys go on the other side of the fence, they automatically have a lisp in their voice, a limp wrist, and a loose booty type walk? I don't. Why is that? I mean, I'm not dissing y'all. I'm just trying to understand why the fuck do y'all turn that way when y'all go to the other side? Is it natural, or do y'all try to act like that? You know? And hell, like I said, I mean, it's been motherfuckers, where I've worked, where their sexual orientation fucked up how things ran in the workplace. You know, like for example, it was this gay dude that worked at the front desk. You know, and he talked with a gay accent, had gay mannerisms and all of that shit, and it affected the customers. You know, and it affected how things ran. Now, here's my question: can't you be gay without having a lisp and all of that shit and talking all feminine and shit and acting like a bitch? I mean, because you could be gay and talk like you've been talking and act like you've been acting, you know. But, I mean, why the fuck do you have to talk with a lisp and all that shit and do all of this shit, you know, once you turn to the other side? I just don't understand. Or you got some dudes that be fucking it up for the straight dudes. Those are the DL guys, the down low guys, who have women who have wives and all that shit, but they decide to go fuck a man in the ass and then go right back home to their wives or their girlfriends. And I would never understand that, because they bringing diseases back to the straight world, you know. You know, and I'm smart. I mean, you know, I know that not all, just because you gay, that don't mean you have AIDS and all that shit. I know all that shit. But it's unnatural for a man and a woman to be together. And in a way, that fucks with the population of the earth. That fucks with the natural balance of how things are supposed to be. Now, I just don't understand why now, at this point in time, why is it that all of that shit is so acceptable? The reason I think that lifestyle is so acceptable nowadays is because, number one, the lack of faith in the Supreme Being. And I'm not a holy roller by any means, but anybody with common sense could know that God is not in everyone's favor nowadays. Nowadays, you have more atheists than you ever had in history. So when it comes to people pursuing the pleasures of the flesh, hey, they're doing whatever the fuck they want to do now, because, you know, they're not even thinking about God. They're not even thinking about, the whole saying, be fruitful and multiply. And a lot of people, and I'm not a holy roller, but I'm going to state this anyway. A lot of people be like, oh, well, God said this, well, God didn't say it was fucked up to be gay. Well, if you want to look in the Bible and be specific, you can look at Leviticus 18, and it literally tells you that it's against God's law to lay with the same gender. Look at Leviticus 18 for those who jump the fence and still want to be holy rollers. So y'all just desiring the flesh and pursuing your desires of the flesh with that shit. And then on top of that, I blame lack of proper parenting.